got a bad habit, bankroll, I gotta have it. I ain't stopping till I put my mama in a mansion. Gucci down from head to toe, I might fly out the purse. Walked in the mall, I spent the 50 ball on all curves. Every time I do a show, that feel like a merch. I spend what you make a week, I know your some burst. I'm in the dealership, no credit card, just all cash. They said, oh man, I'm from the jungle, Tarzan.
So before I get into the gameplay of this video, I wanted to go over to the Team Builder website and show you exactly how I ended up creating the Eastern Wayne Warriors. That is the high school that I went to in Goldsboro, North Kakalaki. You see I uploaded a bunch of these logos, we picked the colors and all that good stuff, and now I'm gonna go check out the 4 uniforms that I ended up creating. Now I used a ton of Photoshop when I was going through all of this stuff. Initially, this very first uniform that I have the wings on was supposed to be my alternate, but I was like, yo, this is like my favorite one, so I made it my primary uniform. And you see some of the elements that I ended up bringing in. There's some blue wings. I spent hours and hours trying to get everything imported in and added to these uniforms. So I looked online and I found like the 2024 Eastern Wayne Warrior uniforms, and that is gonna be my away and home alternate. That is pretty much as close as I could get to the real uniforms, you feel me? And there's a little away alternate. That is the one that has the blue wings that I showed you earlier. Now, some of these are really gonna look sick in the game, and I believe they fixed all the glitches as far as like the colors. Remember last year, the colors came out a lot lighter when you got into game. You see I got the little E-dub on the side of those pants. We have the spear coming down the leg. I was like, bro, I kind of went in on these things. There is my away alternate helmet. And remember, you can change like the gloss of all of this. You could have matte, chrome, you can make it shiny. There is a ton of customization that goes into all of this on Team Builder. The only thing I wish is that they had more layers that you could put on the jerseys. I think right now they only had like 5, and I needed a lot more when I was going through this. So I'm showing you the full uniform for all 4 that I ended up creating. I want you to let me know down in the comments which one you like so far, based on what I just showed you. But now we're going to stadium and field. Of course, we're gonna pick the high school stadium, and then you're able to go through and change all of this stuff to your liking, what you see on the field. So we have our logo in the middle. You see we have Warriors in the end zone, and you can even change your grass or turf color to basically anything that you want. I was like, wow, that's pretty crazy, dog. Come out there with like a pink field, you know what I mean? But we are gonna keep it moving to the next part, which is program. This is where you pick like your playbook. You can pick the type of school. You can even pick rivalries and the pipeline that you're coming out of, you know? So all of that is dope. But now the roster. This is where you can set the type of players that are on your squad, and you can edit every single player on the team. You see I got my boy London Bridges the second right here. We're gonna be getting it popping with him in a little while. But you have the name, the height, the weight. We're gonna scroll that thing down a little bit. You can choose the appearance. You see I picked the one with the dreads. Them things gonna be hanging out the back of the helmet as well. But look at all the different faces you can choose from, man. The bar over to the side is tiny, and that is only from one skin tone. You can go through all of these and pick exactly what you want your players to look like. I kind of wish they had all of those faces for Road to Glory. Then you'll be able to pick one of those heads that have long hair, you know what I mean? But now we are on the final screen. We're able to check out everything that we have created for our team. Going through the uniforms, you can check out the field once again. All of our school information is up there at the top, and all of the information over to the side that we ended up choosing from. So we are gonna hit submit. This should take maybe like 30 seconds for this to generate everything, and then you are gonna be good to go. You should get this message that everything was successful And you see I have these two squads right here. Now don't worry about the Goldsboro team. That is who we're going to be playing in this video. I really didn't go through and do much to them. But you see up there at the top, you can import from College Football 25. And I am going to get North Carolina A&T popping once again. So be on the lookout for that. But then once you're in game, you want to go to the download center. You can go over to My Sharings and find your teams there. Or you can type in username, and mine is QJB10. Nothing is showing up, but you have to go down to the type, scroll it over to schools, and there is Eastern Wayne High and Goldsboro High. We're going to preview that, and here you're able to see what every single uniform looks like. You see the home field, everything about your squad that you need to know before you go ahead and download. So yes, we are going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to overwrite what I already had. And now you want to go over to Dynasty. Now you are able to do this in Road to Glory as well. I'm still going to make my running back and do that. But for this video, we're doing like a high school version of Dynasty. So you want to go to Import Team Builder. Now I suggest that you import your team as an independent. That means you will be replacing either Notre Dame or UConn. Now this video I ended up going to the Sun Belt, but I realized that you are going to have the conference logo on your jersey if you're not an independent, all right? And when you're selecting your team, you want to go find your squad that you imported and go ahead and choose them. Now when you're making a high school dynasty, I suggest that you put most of the teams in Conference USA. If you do it that way, you will be playing a lot of those teams on your schedule, you know? And right now you can do the custom schedule, so you will be able to pick some of the teams you want to play against. That will also help you out along the way. But I'm going over to my depth chart to show you. I'm putting London Bridges II as wide receiver number 2. And you see he is already the top corner, so we are going to be playing both sides of the ball. And then make sure you put your player at kick return and punt return, so you're able to have more action out there on the field. So here's a look at that dude. You see he's looking like a beast. And we can flip him around. You see the dreads are coming out of the back of the helmet. I was checking out the shoes, trying to get my dude fly. You already know what time it is when I'm out there on the field. And then you can even go through and change up the styles, just as you do on Road to Glory. So this is an alternate way for you to actually come through and play some high school ball with your player and have him play any position that you want, dog. We're going to be wide receiver. We're going to be cornerback. We're going to be returning stuff on special teams. So we are going to get into a gameplay here in a minute. As you see, I'm checking out the last of these styles, and we are looking absolutely fresh out here, dog. I'm ready to get it popping right here, right now. So we are loaded into that first game against Goldsboro High. You see your boys starting off on offense, and we're going to be trying to do our thing right here. Look, I'm in motion. I'm going to be calling for the ball right here. Cut that music off. You better not have been singing the user. You see I am right back on defense. Give me that. The user, 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 the user. That's more like it. Your boy is taking off to the end zone, and then for the touchdown. Are looking absolutely fire. You knew I had to make up for that mishap on the first play on offense, but this is a dope way that you can come through and play a whole game of high school if you really want to. I know that was a big thing on Road to Glory, and I'm still going to be over there with my Notre Dame Fighting Irish. I'll probably bring you another video of that tomorrow. I also want to get some online Road to the College Football Playoff popping. That was one of my favorite game modes on 25. Let me know what else you want to see me do on this game. But right now, we're trying to do work. I get a catch, and I'm breaking a tackle. Your boy is out here doing his thing. Looking like an absolute Iron Man playing both sides of the ball. And this is our rival, Goldsboro High. I remember those days, man, when we had to go against them. It always used to be intense. I was on the drum line playing that bass. You already know, Bretta. And look at him trying to run around the outside. I am over there getting the tackle. We're trying to do something right here with a 7-0 lead. They keep it on the ground. But I am having a lot of fun on this game overall. I know there's a lot of things that need to be fixed and some little bugs that need to be worked out, but hopefully they'll be able to do all of that. Check them out on 3rd and 5. Throw it my way. No! QB, if you throw my way, I am gonna make you pay. That's exactly what I do. Your boy is fired up and hyped out here. And now we are back on offense. I'm trying to run these routes, getting around the corner, trying to put a little move on, and we get the first down. You know I'm out here celebrating, doing everything that I have to do. Oh man, but I ended up dropping that one. And we are gonna punt the ball. Now I was player locked on offense, and I'm only using my guy on defense, so that helps out with giving you that feel of a Road to Glory mode, you know? And look at him getting the completion over the middle. We are going to help out with that tackle, but Goldsboro is going to have to do something here quick, dog. We only have 2.5 minutes left in the half. Look at me coming up with that tackle. And it is only a 7-0 game. The only touchdown was me on that pick six. So they are going to be punting the ball, and I am back here on the return. You know I would love to try to take this thing back to the house, but they are not blocking. I'm like, come on, dude. Y'all got to do better than that. And look at me. I got a little route going here. I'm trying to do something across the middle, and the quarterback is going to find me for a first down. So we're trying to get something before halftime. He's going to complete another pass. And we only have 27 seconds left, so we need to get in that end zone. Oh, my goodness!
What in the blue moon?
I have no idea why he threw that ball. I did not even call for it that time, bruh. I'm like, come on, QB. Look at them in the backfield. They're about to get a safety before the half. Luckily, they ended up letting the time run out. And that is going to take us to our halftime report. Ooh, that is ugly. They only have 2 rushing yards in the first half. We have been trying to shut them down, of course. And look at them keeping that thing on the ground. That is going to change already. I guess they were like, yo, we got to get this ground game going, you feel me? But they are faking it this time. And the quarterback is going down. He's going to fumble the ball. And I turn into big boy. Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. Down to the 7-yard line. I'm like, all right, I see you, dog. But unfortunately, all we are able to get out of that drive is a field goal. So at least we are up 10-0. We have a 2-score lead, and they're keeping that thing on the ground. Where you think you going? Your boy is trying to lock down over here. You see how dirty my uniform is? I've been doing it all. And oh, man. He would have had a huge gain on that one if the quarterback would have completed that pass. And I'm still going nowhere on the punt return. Man, I really wanted to take one of them things all the way back. And look at me in motion. I am wide open. And we have a 3rd down and 3. Look, I'm trying to fake out my defender. Uh-oh, he don't know where I am. And I am calling for the ball wide open. That boy London Bridges turns on the Jets and is in that end zone again. That defender lost in the sauce, man. All of that motion confused him, and I even did the same celebration. I was faking him out. But now Goldsboro really has to do something, down 17-0. They're trying to throw the ball right here, and I'm going to help out with that tackle. But so far, so good on this game mode, dude. I'm having a lot of fun on here. Similar to Road to Glory, except you don't get like the weekly agenda and all that good stuff. But you see, we are still out here balling out on both sides of the ball, and my boy is gonna get himself an interception. We are taking over this game against our rival. The crowd is fired up. You know, the high school students up there getting it popping. And now the final play of the third quarter. We are going to get that first down. So we are going to be throwing up the fours, getting ready for this final quarter of action. And check out the stats so far. Yeah, we got the pass yards. We've been doing everything that we can. I'm out here on the outside doing all these little fake moves. I still got to practice with wide receiver and see how to pull off some of them dope cuts and all that good stuff. You know what I mean? You know I'm used to playing corner and some running back. I'm thinking about doing a quarterback as well, dude. I just want to do everything right now on this game. But as you see, we have a 4th and 2. We are going to get the first down, and hopefully we're able to score a touchdown and seal the deal. I am going up, but I am stopped on the 1-yard line. That's not going to matter. 1-on-1, you're about to be done. He's throwing it up, and I go up and moss the defender and get the score. Your boy is pulling off the dance moves. What in the blue moon? We tried to fake the extra point just to be funny. Mad disrespect to our rivals. And they're trying to run the hurry-up offense. I'm like, hold up, nah. Yeah, I'm still playing on that Heisman. I'm always playing on the highest difficulty, dog. I feel like the CPU actually throws it your way more when you're on a higher difficulty. Otherwise, they just stand there and get sacked for the most part. And that one was almost picked off. 3rd down and 6. Can we get a stop? I'm trying to blitz around the corner, and I am getting that sack. So the 2-minute warning, 4th and 12. He's throwing it long, and that one is going to be incomplete. We're going to walk out of here with a W. You see Coach QJB out here looking swole. So we had 2 picks, a defensive touchdown. We're going to have to actually go to the stats to see what we did as a wide receiver. There's one of those touchdowns. You know your boy was doing his thing. But as this video comes to an end, I want you to drop a like and sub if you haven't. I'll be bringing you a lot more college football 26 gameplay. We did our thing out here for the Eastern Wayne Warriors. 171 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns. But let me know if you decide to do a high school dynasty. I think these could come out to be pretty dope if you actually go through and make a bunch of teams or just download some fake ones off of the team builder. Other than that, take me out of here, Siri.
That's nasty. Peace.